Hello everyone, I'm Suki, and beside me is our new upgraded 16 kWh DIY kit from Gobel. And today I'm going to explain the upgrades of the DIY kit and how to assemble them properly. Okay, now we open the box. Okay, Okay, now here we can see is our DIY kit appearance, and with the weight is about 70 kilograms. And let's see the length. The length is about 24 centimeters, and the width is about 24 centimeters. The height is 77 centimeters. Now we remove the 3 screws of the batteries. Okay, we take off the cover. Okay, now we can see the battery inside. Here is a big epoxy board with 4 holes. It's on the top after installation. And then here we can see here's a list for all the accessories. And here is our EVA foam and small epoxy board, about 18 pieces. And here is our positive and negative cables. And the wires. Here is the communication wire. And this is the short and the long bus bar. And total 4 wires. And this is the display screen. And the protective sleeve. And this is the PCB adapter. Total 2 pieces. And this is the connectors. And these are the screws. And this is our terminals. And 2-piece handle. And also the BMS. And here also we can see this is the baffle for the BMS. And this is the plate for the inverter. And this is the bottom plate of the battery. Here are also the epoxy plate for the battery inside, around. It's big size. And this is the heating pad for you to select. If your country is in the cold climate, you can choose this heating pad. And here is also the breaker and the cover here. At our new design DIY kit, we have made 3 upgrades. The first upgrade is before we using these wires. It's too many wires, not so easy for our customers to install. And now we change to this, the circuit board. It's more convenient for our customers to install, and it's looking very well, not like the wires too many. And the second, before we use this cable, and now we use this flexible orange cables, it's also more stable and more convenient for our customers to install. And the third one is before we using this breaker, it's too big, not so convenient for customers. And now we change to this small size, is more convenient and also stable for the customers to install. And these are all the upgrades this time. Okay, here are all the parts inside the DIY kit. Next, we will start to assemble them. Okay, now we start to install the wheels. Next, we start to put inside the cell to the battery. And first, we put the epoxy board inside the battery around 4 sides. The big size for the bottom. And another 3 epoxy foams for the left, right, and the middle. First, we put the small epoxy board on the top and also the cell. The left side is the positive electrode and the right side is the negative electrode. After we put on all the cells inside, we need to check whether the positive and the negative side is correct. Now we start to install the PCB adapter. Here we can see the PCB adapter with screws to tie them up is for the right cells, and the PCB adapter with letter B is for the left cells. Now we use the connector to connect the positive electrode and the negative electrode. Now we put the thread locker on the screws. This step can make the screws not so easy to be loosened. Next, we use the torque wrench to make sure all the torque is 8 to 10 Newton. Next, we fix the connecting line on the connector. The last connecting pad needs to connect with the BMS connecting wires. And then tie up all the screws on the connector. Next, fix the BMS to the BMS plate. After fixing, we put the BMS mounting plate in the middle of the battery. Just fix the terminal. And fix the display screen. Fix it to the front plate. Put in the cables. Fix the breaker. The BMS adapter also fixed on the plate. Fix the flexible bus bar. Use the torque wrench detection to make sure the torque is about 15 Newton. Now the front panel is already fixed. Next, we connect the orange cable. The short orange cable is connected on the top. The long connect cable is on the bottom. Put the protective cover. Here are all the cables to connect the BMS. After all the wires are fixed, we can put the front panel on the battery. Here also use the torque wrench to make sure the torque is 15 Newton. Here, use the torque wrench detection. Make sure the torque is 8 to 10 Newton. Okay, now after fix all the wires, we power on the battery to check whether it is power or not. Now fix the tool handle. Fix the big size epoxy board on the top of the battery. This epoxy board is to isolate the electricity to keep safe while using this battery. Finally, put on the cover onto the battery. Fix the screws onto the battery from the bottom. Here's the cable connect with the computer and the RS485B. And then we power on the line 1. And you can edit all the parameters on the computer. The parameters, we will send it to you. Now our battery is already complete, and its electricity can install about 16 kilowatt hours, and its weight is about 120 kilograms. And even it's very heavy, when you move this battery, it's very stable and very smooth.